This person is exactly why the Constitution was written, to protect us from. Welcome to another installment of Connecticut Gun Bench. Today's video is brought to you by P.A.N. Firearms LLC. P.A.N. Firearms for your NRA certification, multifaceted gun training, also offering aerial photography and drone services. You can reach us at 203-300-6343 or use our website at www.panfirearmsllc.com. As always, there'll be a link in the description box below. But let's talk about this. Now, I came across this. I'm going to give the person full credit. I know most of you must know who this is. I was listening to Brandon Tatum on his live stream, and he was talking about this. So I decided to look into this and read into this, and boy, oh boy, oh boy. Micheal Moore has put a piece on his website, michealmoore.com, called the 28th Amendment. Now, what his proposal is that the 28th Amendment replaces the Second Amendment. And you got to read this. It's insanity, and of course I'm going to put it up on the screen, and I'm going to put a link to it, because this is just ridiculous, beyond ridiculous. But the 28th Amendment, my proposal to repeal and replace the Second Amendment. 28th Amendment, Section 1. The inalienable right of free people to be kept safe from gun violence and the fear thereof must not be infringed, and shall be protected by the Congress and the states. This amendment thus repeals and replaces the Second Amendment. Notice he's only talking about gun violence in that statement. Not talking about any kind of violence, because according to this person, being stabbed to death or have your house set on fire with you in it is nothing, because gun violence trumps all. But Section 2. Congress shall create a mandatory system of firearm registration and licensing for the following limited purposes. A. Licensed hunters of game. B. Licensed rangers for the sport of target shooting. And C. For the few who can demonstrate a special need for personal protection. Obviously, that's a slight at the Supreme Court overturning New York's concealed carry laws. But once again, all who seek a firearm will undergo a strict vetting process with a thorough background check, including the written and confidential approval of family members, spouses, and ex-spouses. Oh, that's going to work out well. An ex-spouse? And or partners and ex-partners. Yeah, your baby's mama that you didn't marry. Oh yeah. Co-workers and neighbors. A mental health check will also be required. There will be a waiting period of 1 month to complete the full background check. Section 3. Those who meet all the requirements of the restricted gun owners groups and successfully pass the background check must take a firearm safety class and pass a written test on an annual basis. Section 4. The minimum age for the restricted groups who can own a firearm is 25 years old. Renewal and review of the firearms license will occur on an annual basis. Section 5. Congress will stipulate and continually update the limited list of approved firearms for civilian use, including weapons in the future that are not yet invented. The following firearms are heretofore banned: all automatic and semi-automatic weapons and all devices which can enable a single shotgun to fire automatically or semi-automatically. Any weapon that can hold more than 6 bullets or rounds at any time, or any magazine that holds more than 6 bullets. All guns made of plastic or any homemade equipment and machinery or a 3D printer that can make a gun or weapon that can take a human life. Well, basically, as you just heard there, that's everything. Okay? That's everything other than a bolt action or pump action shotgun. But, that's everything. That's everything. Basically, this guy's an idiot. But let me just get through this, because obviously I have a lot to say. Section 6. Congress should regulate all ammunition, capacity of ammunition, the storage of guns, gun locks, gun sights, body armor, and the sale and distribution of such items. No weapons of any kind whose sole intention is the premeditated elimination of human life are considered legal. So let's go back a little bit. He said any firearm that can only hold 6 rounds. But now he's saying any weapon of any kind whose sole intention is the premeditated elimination of human life are considered legal. You can't have one. So that eliminates the whole 6 rounds. So then why did he bother to take the time to write all this about any weapon that can hold more than 6 bullets if his intentions going down to the next section is to say that anything that can take life is not legal? Congress may create future restrictions as this amendment specifically does not grant any American the right to own a weapon or any weapon. Section 7. Police who are trained and vetted to use firearms shall be subject to comprehensive and continuous monitoring and shall be dismissed if found to exhibit any racist or violent behavior. Now, when he says racist or violent behavior, you can immediately say that's only going to apply to one ethnicity of police officer. But Section 8. Persons already owning any of the banned firearms, which is everything, and who do not fall into the legal groups of restricted firearms owners would have 1 month from the ratification of this amendment to turn in their firearms for destruction by local law enforcement. These local authorities may organize a gun buyback program to assist in this effort. The above constitutional amendment was written by Micheal Moore of Michigan and presented to the 117th United States Congress of July 11, 2022. Now let me be clear about something. I'm sure that there are some people out there going, wow, this is great. Oh yeah. You know? Oh yeah. Yeah. Because if you go down further into the comment section on his page, yeah, the fools are out in force. Okay? Out in force. But I can go right over to here. Okay? And the one good thing, obviously, that came out of July 4th, if you don't know this, Micheal Moore said he cannot in good conscience continue to set full citizenship privileges, which is, you don't like being here, man, take yourself somewhere else. I have no problem with that. We don't need people like this. Clueless, ignorant. Don't need them. Okay? Because if he would, let's just hypothesize for a minute. Imagine this, they did this. They put this in place. What do you think is going to happen? One, the black market would explode on firearms to start with. And 2, crime would skyrocket through the roof. Through the roof. You kidding me? Criminals are sitting there saying, oh, nobody's supposed to have a gun. Oh, it's on. But he doesn't look at it like that. He just says that once again, passing an amendment that only the law-abiding will follow is somehow going to curb violence. He is an idiot. I hope this is the harshest I'll ever be to anyone, but he has proven that time and time again. Every time he has opened his mouth, for the most part, you have taken a step back and said, wow, yikes. I can't believe he just said that. Well, now he's up in the ante, and of course, people responded. I showed you the responses from his page, which of course is going to be a collection of people who think just like him, which is absolutely frightening. But people who got a little bit more common sense. So responses, and this is from the Daily Wire, I just came all the way down to the response section. The responses to Moore's proposal poured in. Feel that remains. This is really, really stupid. His vision for an amendment allows for abuse that would effectively remove all limitation from the federal government. Exactly, because only the federal government would be armed. He's even got a special carve out for thought crime. Yeah. 1984. Exactly. Byron York, really kind of amazing, draconian as one would expect, and longer than the 14th Amendment. Just say the movie maker hasn't mastered the constitutional amendment style. I believe he's a Canadian. He's born in Canada, if I'm not mistaken. Now somebody can correct me on that. I'm doing it top of my head. Michael Malice. They're in full-blown fanfic mode now, completely untethered to reality. It's so glorious to watch. The only thing close to this was the people arguing in 2017 how Hillary could still become president. You know my view on this. Do I even have to prelude into it? This is idiotic on a scale that cannot be eclipsed. Of course, nothing like this will ever get through. You need 2/3 of the states to get any amendment and have it ratified. this won't go anywhere. But the fact that he took the time to sit down and write this ignorant stupidity is mind-blowing. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for safe gun handling. I'm all for reducing crime. I'm all for putting criminals in jail, which they don't do. But this kind of stupidity takes us nowhere and just creates more division, because there is common ground to be found. Hopefully Michael Moore will take his, where his basically said he rescinds his full citizen privileges, and please just take himself somewhere else and just be quiet. You're not helping the situation. But let me know what you think. As always, you can leave your comments in the comment section below. And as always, any statements of violence and statements that lead to violence will be removed. Please like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. You get notified the next time video goes live. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.